Guys, we're jumping right into the action with round three, where we have Jiro versus All Might 3. And a very good looking All Might, if I do say so myself here. Jiro with a solid build 4, just coasting there with the earplugs as well. So very well set up for their turn 1. And then All Might answering back on their current third build.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this one in action. All Might 3 makes you play a little different. You don't want to hold on to too many cards, or else you might give him too many advantages.
Yeah, so build 5. So
On both sides, really.
do you want another?
Oh,
Okay, that's bold. All right,
that
build
was a bold
6.
strategy, but it pays off. Bill
All right,
6.
pretty solid. Okay, well, that's a very comfortable setup. But Jiro can do a lot of damage, right? So like, Jiro
Yeah,
can press pretty decently.
only one in hand. I do not see any card draw down there either.
No, running the Denki stuff, which is nice. I mean, you're gonna get that extra stun and extra poke. Um, but like with your opponent building 6, your stun is gonna have way less value here for sure.
Yeah, this is it's going to be interesting. And he also has the stun hate here. It can be fixed. So if he chooses to use
Mm,
that, gives your opponent even more some more advantages going to their next turn as well.
yeah. At this point, I mean, yeah, you can just keep on kind of forcing things in. Your opponent only has 1 block, so.
Oh, and
All
looks
right.
like we'll zero.
Well, okay. Well, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't
Which
really
one?
matter on
Which
that
one
front.
do you want me to put back
It
up?
depends which one's foil, you know.
Yeah.
Um.
Gotta say, Demon King Shane with the All Might sleeves and the Gen Con All Might is ready. He's just missing a playmat All Might though. A little
Mhm.
disappointed.
All right. So this is currently a 4 mid 5 jolt. And looks like we will block. And that's it. I mean, that's all we got for block. So at this point, it's just
Yeah, and
you're
we
gonna
we
take.
even
You're
had
gonna. Yeah.
well, we could have left All Might up, right, which would have given us two more cards if we committed All Might and then Foundation. But and that's a pillar swing, isn't it?
That.
It's a big one.
Yeah. A big beefy pillar swing, swinging for 8. Oh, that's gross, man. Just a big beefy 8 base.
And he knows his opponent has a total of 0 cards in hand.
Yeah, nothing. You're just gonna take this. So this is a very dangerous position, especially since no cards in hand means you're also not representing orange that you're holding. So you're kind of at the mercy of your deck. And if you draw all gray after having taken like a third of your health,
Yeah,
like I think as Jerry, you can almost feel kind of comfortable just kind of going in here, right? So here we see
just
you're
like
gonna take
that.
that
All
8.
Might. Yeah. Well, I think it was 10 because of Jiro's response.
True,
10
true.
total.
And now
So
here we have an additional jolt for what, 7?
yeah, this is the greediness of
Yeah.
our friend King Shane there, getting really punished hard there.
All right.
Pillar Swing hitting 10, and then Electric Jolt hitting another 7
Yeah.
brings us down to 12.
Yeah.
And
So
having two
we're
jolts in the momentum too. Wow.
yeah, this is a really, really tough position to be in. Because now you're on the back foot, right? Now you're like, well, depending on how aggressive I am here, I could get punished on the crackback, and like I'm not too far off from lethal. I've lost effectively 2/3 of my health already. So, but
Yeah.
at the same time, how much does Jiro have to defend, right? And that'll kind of
Well,
weigh in from here. That's a good start. Let's just start stunning some stuff so that the aggro is kind of mitigated.
so we stun coordinate effort, but we get somewhat punished with it can be fixed. But running the Denki cards is just a matter of time until your opponent's going to trigger that. Oh, looks like we're gonna stun another one. Which one are you stunning down here? No taking for the speed, probably.
Probably. You want to make you don't have a ton of resources to work with, so you kind of want to make this as easy to mitigate as possible.
Yup. It
Gonna,
looks like that's what's happening.
gonna get the active here.
If I'm not mistaken, he did was that a requesting assistance to ready the arrogant disposition?
I believe so. Yeah. That would sound correct.
Oh, and it looks like we took
Uh,
8 damage from that. So bringing down to should be
mm,
19.
yep.
And um comes in with 1 damage, or what was the I think we're gonna pop one and build one. Just to cycle and look at it, I guess.
Find something a little bit more useful to maybe add back to the hand later.
Maybe there's a jab there. All right, we'll do note taking. Give it 2 speed. Oh wow! And looks like Joe just took it again. So that was 8 and then 6. It seems.
Oh, the only life total that matters is the last one, I guess. But you can run a throw here, right? So you do have to be careful about that life total because it can be beefed up quite a bit. So we're gonna build again. And yeah, looks like we're just gonna take again.
Wow. I'm guessing it must be like Blitz Rusher or something in his hand.
Something. I mean, there's a reason he's not using it, right?
Oh.
So this was another 5.
I think he gave it. Did he give it the +1 speed or +1 damage with his All Might effect?
Not sure. Wasn't
Not
indicated, but
quite sure,
okay,
but I think
that's
he
it.
took. I think it was a 8, 6, and 6. So he took 20 damage that turn. Is he down
I
to
don't hate
9?
around there. Yeah, I think so. I don't hate this to be honest. You knew you weren't gonna die, and especially if you're running like a stun package, your opponent's down to 3
Yeah.
foundations. You can kind of force
Yep.
them down, and you can rush them. Right, they're at a low life total, and you can kind of make your stuff unblockable at one point. So I actually don't mind this at all. I don't mind this line.
Yep.
Now, if you draw all gray, like tough, but it does. He was
Yeah.
holding on to his cards, which means like he has to be indicating that he has another attacking hand. Because
Yeah.
otherwise,
Same
you would
thing. He
just
only.
block to review, right? So,
Ooh, well, that's a wow.
oof.
Well,
And
that's
you got a
interesting.
clean check
Now
right
you know.
after.
Well,
Oh,
so specialist,
You're gonna draw this, yeah.
you're gonna draw and you're gonna stack another one on top.
Mm-hmm.
So what does he have in there? Let's see. He's gonna do. I mean, you could put pillar swing back on top. You've got electric jolt.
Jolt,
Get rid
yeah.
of the jolt
Just get the stun.
and puts another specialist back up. Yeah, makes sense.
Pretty good.
Just to double check, triple check that that card is indeed a card that he
Yep.
he thinks it is.
Oh, there's no hurt in making sure that you're checking double gray, right? So,
Oh, milling the reverse throw there too.
yeah. So it's now we're gonna
Going
proceed to
to block.
blocks.
Harden's a good one to block with.
Mm-hmm.
Does not check.
And that's it. So he's saying, I don't think you have any more attacks. So now let's see how many more we got. So we knew that the jolt was coming.
Mhm.
All right, we already know it's on top of the deck. So this is just
Yeah.
gonna probably be a take. So now it's how much damage can Jiro line up here?
This feels like a quick one. If he's got any kind of gas in there, this is
Yeah, if his hand is like stacked orange, like he's just that's pretty much it.
So he's sending it. So it looks like it's a. He gave it 2 damage, and then there was a 2 damage taken away from Harden, and so back to printed.
Yeah, so 4,
Um,
setting it for
it's got
5.
5 speed, so we'll take it.
All right, go down to 8. Oh, there's another. Oh, that's so good.
Other specialist. Yep.
Oh, that's so good. Oh my
Yep.
god, that perfect lineup. Let's just go get something else from there. So
And it's the
yeah,
pillar
okay, this
swing.
game. It's the pillar sleep. Okay, this is game, bro. What? Wow, bro, that card's so good.
Yep. It indeed it is, and
Bro, thank
I
God it
mean,
checks for 2. Oh my god.
all my getting his ass whooped right now.
Yeah, this is a very tough position here. I mean, Gio just so good at doing explicitly just this, right? Um,
Yep.
that perfect information, being able to stack the deck the way you needed to, being able to just, it sucks. Specialized Soundwave hurts a lot when you check it, but if it's in your hand, it does so much for you, especially when you can use that Denki package to just kind of guarantee your Gonos of momentum to be able to chain these powerful attack strings.
100%. Um, all you need is some momentum, obviously, but and then a specialist of sound, and then you can guarantee your attack string.
Yep.
And it's the first time I've seen pillar swing in the Giro deck as well. So that's an
Hmm.
interesting addition. Obviously, does well when your opponent tries to build 6 turn 1, and you've got it in your hand to punish.
Yeah, I mean, 8 damage is pretty good. It's like, why do I need to bother with enhances if my attack just does 8 plus whatever buff Jiro gives, right? So that's very solid.
So looks like both players here
Um,
gonna think
yeah,
about it.
looks like we are siding out some stuff.
Hey, this is the
Going to
victory pack
game
on the line.
2. That's true. These are
Oh,
both
it's double
undefeated
pricing too. Double
and double
pricing this week.
pricing.
Yeah,
True.
big one.
We had what, 60 participants today?
72.
72. Shee.
You even want to practice for those provisionals, man.
True. Got to get in there. Got to get that grind.
Yeah, indeed. Well, at least All Might this time he will get the playback, um,
Mm-hmm.
so he can start there. And
All right, I'm gonna call out the community real quick. Guys, get extra sleeves for your sideboard. They sell sleeves in 100 packs. Just do it. Come on. I get so scared when my cards aren't in sleeves.
yeah, he Cyclic is he's I don't know he doesn't like any chance for his side deck and main deck to be confused.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I respect that. You'll never get lost in between the two. I've come up with so many weird strategies to just remember what cards are in my sideboard and what aren't. Um, so I get it. I respect it.
Yeah, look, we had Mayonesa earlier playing with the Deku XSR, obviously sleeved, but playing it in the main deck. Kudos to him. And now we've got my man Cyclic here, just choosing to, you know, keep his keeping his sideboard unsleeved. We have
Yeah,
functional players here in the My Hero Academia community.
that we do, because it's not just Cyclic for sure. It is a number of players that I've seen on these webcam weeklies over the past weeks, and it's the first time I'm going to make the call out, guys. Get those extra sleeves. All right, we're jumping right into it. Build
Okay, we got some
2,
blue ones.
build 3, build 4.
Ooh, 3 orange there.
And we're going to stop at 4 this time. We're not going to go for 6 this time. Reasonable enough.
We learned our lesson from last game. It's he was feeling so good. He played I think like on a 5 check, right? You checked a 5. He's like, well, I still got this one more. I have to check a 6.
I mean, I
Might
would
as
have
well
done
do
it. I'm so greedy. I would have done it.
it. Like my opponent can't have pillar swing.
All right, build
But all right,
four.
Jiro's turn. Jiro's turn to overextend. Let's see it.
How deep are we gonna go? All the way? Yo,
And here we
yo,
go. He's like,
yo! Wow, doesn't even have to
I'll
commit the
do it back
character
to
for
you.
it either. Jesus, bro, these build sixes, and I feel like I'm a god when I build five, and you here they are casually building six, both games.
He's just, well, building six, as we saw last game, isn't always the best decision. So,
True.
oh, that's an interesting one. Delaware Smash. It's a flash. So no enhances, and yeah, there we go. We take the,
It just gets in
I
there.
believe it's a six.
It is a
Four
six.
mid
Yeah,
for
it's a
six.
four mid
Yeah,
for six. Yeah.
four mid for six. So can we continue?
All right. No, looks like that's. It's, I mean, it's some easy momentum, right? Like All Might definitely has a lot of utility in terms of being able to do some really powerful things with momentum. So it's not the end of the world here. It's pretty good. Just get that in, get that damage, and then we'll be able to utilize it later.
Exactly. So Jiro should be down to 19, I believe. Oh, sorry, 21, because that was 6 damage
Yep.
on Delaware. And all right, checking a three.
On the
Needs to tap one more. Love to see it. I love it when players just tap the defensive foundations, being like, "Yeah, I don't need that. I'm going for
okay.
it."
All right, top of the deck. All right, so nothing too
Oh, sorry,
crazy.
I thought it was another time where we had two of the
Another
same.
double. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Doesn't matter which one you're putting on top, but
So zero to gravity swing here. Currently three high for seven. There's a throw, so it's gonna get in there.
correct, correct. Do we choose to block?
Depends. Like if our hand's kind of dead. Okay, well I don't know if I would have bothered blocking with
Mhm.
an attack, but setup strike is a pretty solid one to start off your turn with.
It is
Uh,
indeed.
all
What
right,
do you?
so we're gonna go ahead and take half. We're gonna go down to 26. All right, here's the jolt. So
We did not decide to tap the arrogant disposition next. keeping
no, not this time around.
Leaving that up. All Might does enjoy his punches.
Yeah, so these are some great setup turns. I mean, here we're gonna see at minimum two momentum guaranteed go down for Jiro, which is really good because, like we saw, being able to utilize those specialist sound waves just uh, back to back can be completely backbreaking. So having those locked and loaded there is a huge utility for the deck later on, especially since if All Might overextends on our next turn and doesn't leave up too many foundations to work with, you can auto utilize Jolt as a way to commit their foundations lower, slow down their aggro while also making them weaker on defense the next turn. So there's another check three. That's tough.
And still going to take the one. So getting down to 29.
Yep, and
But
there's
here's
another
another.
one. She.
Yeah. Electric Jolt, definitely one of my favorite cards. Just attack wise, as you said, so much utility from it.
It's really well statted too, right? Like it's a four difficulty, which kind of makes it easy to be able to extend into situations like these. Um, it has stun one, which like means that here it'll probably end up going all the way for the four. So it's just a very low barrier to cost to get this thing running.
Oh,
But here
but
we're at zero
we
speed, so this will block.
wow, and we used another one of our orange cards to do so. So All Might down to 28, getting tickled by the electric jolts.
Uh,
Oh, sorry, it
Almai's
should
up
be
to 24.
yeah,
Yeah.
24 because you take another four from the throw as well. There's going to be a lot of momentum built by Jiro.
And that's it. So it's three momentum. We're gonna build a pair, and then have a couple of cards available for defense. And I mean, Jude's committed here though, so unfortunately not going to be able to manipulate the opponent's deck into potentially a worse check.
Yep, exactly. And you know what? What I'm just thinking about this right now, but the DLC foundation from All Might, I think it's called Staggering Positivity, could come in handy here, given the ability of a specialist of sound. So something to watch out for.
Yeah, I mean, just the fact that you can go ahead and dump some stuff back into the deck definitely hurts a lot.
Exactly. Downside though, it's a four check. So when you check it
It
on the
does hurt a
five,
little bit for sure.
you do need to tap it. Um, so Jiro choosing, to really play around, All Might's ability to buff up their attacks, damage, and speed with cards in hand for your opponent, and
Hmm.
only one in hand. So that, for example, this reverse throw could only get one more damage in. Oh, and there was a stun one, but as a response, All Might gets the build two with both
Pretty
of his
good.
can't be fixed. Well, on the other hand, the passing the torch will be stunned. So
Okay, and we're gonna do it again. Yep. So a repeat of what we saw in game one, where you're gonna use it defensively, but it represents itself offensively because All Might will not. First off, won't be able to commit as much of this turn, and then secondly, defensively, that's just one less foundation you have to deal with. So it kind of does double duty on being able to proc right here.
especially it feels great when you're committing a specialist of sound too.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like we're going up to block on a rescue completed.
And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and block half. Okay, so I think I get what he's doing. I think the orange coins are 5 and the green coins are ones. So he's currently taken 15. No, he
Wait, so
wasn't dealt that much damage. Yeah, because of last turn. Yeah, so he is currently dealt 18 damage
2-0.
to Jiro. Yeah,
Okay, so should he be at 9 health? I
I
suppose.
guess so. I suppose
Right.
makes sense to me.
And there's a third setup strike. So as much as we complain about him using setup strike
Hey, I
defense,
mean, you have all of them. You have all of them.
oh, there you go. So he's opting to take the other 5. It seems. So down to 4. These are gonna be some quick games. If he's got
They're
more.
they're definitely throwing haymakers at each other.
Oh, but
Whoa, okay,
he
let's clear that
after
card. Cool.
evildoers, just to
But we're
discard the
gonna
card.
have to commit one to it. It's not too bad.
Yeah, he gets rid of two progressive difficulty. Here we go. Here's a
There's
reverse
another
throw,
throw.
and we
Woo!
check it. Although
All right, let's make
is
that
this
buff that up.
this should be lethal? I think. Yeah,
It should be if he takes it all.
yeah. I think you're all.
Because I'm not 100% certain on my theory about how he's been calculating life. Because he kind of just shuffled like, or is
Oh,
that how much life he has
I think he's
left?
got
Oh, that's how
6.
much he has. Okay, now that's how much he
Yeah,
has left.
yeah.
I
He's
see.
got
So he's got
6 life
he's got
left.
6
Yeah.
life now. Okay, I see. I see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, come on, you captured him. Don't tell me you captured him just to get a throw through.
It doesn't
Wow.
top
That's
deck with a
tough.
reverse throw. He had to capture evil doer. All good. We building. We are sitting at 24 life.
Pretty healthy
As
life
long
total so far. How many
survive the
blocks?
turn.
Two blocks, I think, in hand, or just one? I want to say
I think,
two, but
yeah, I want to say two as well, although he did play a lot of cards that turn. So, well, Gio's got the, yeah, got the momentum. Ooh, checks a two.
yes,
See
that's
that?
tough. That is the tough part, man. And I feel like every deck I run that has twos, they get checked more often than they end up in my hand. But if he's got Specialist of Sound in hand, he can chain another Specialist of Sound, so at least there's that.
BB
Or I
Rob,
mean,
you are
Specialist of Voice.
sorry, just answering something in the chat. So he is correct to say that it doesn't leave the card pool for the form, but you can discard 3 cards from your card pool, including Capture Evildoer. So he discarded 2 attacks and
And
itself
itself.
with
Yeah.
its ability.
Yeah, so the card doesn't inherently remove itself, but it can be accounted for within the 3 that you get rid of. Here, all our players are leveling up when they're watching the webcam weeklies. Okay, never mind. 4 cards in hand, so lots of blocks available to All Might here.
Yeah, and I think he tapped Passing the Torch as well, so got that extra card. Well, Jiro here will start to do some cycling, so that throw will be replaced with the other throw in his momentum after it resolves. And he can do it another time as soon as he's playing
Again,
that turn.
yeah.
And we did see him pick up an attack with the flip foundation call an attack card actually earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Destined for mainstream success, I believe the name is called. The card is called. Ooh, checking a 3.
Too bad. Still has 3 available. We're gonna take half. It's gonna pop off, and there's okay.
Yep.
This is gonna get obnoxious. All
Gonna,
right, we're just gonna do it again, and we're just gonna keep doing it.
only
I,
do 20.
Zero gravity lift loops, baby.
Oh, tries to call attack again. Guarantees a 6 check on his next one.
Yeah, so there's some really good chip damage here. I mean, chip. If it takes it all, it's 6, which is significant. And then like you're consistently clogging up their card pool too. Oh, just
Ooh,
all right.
yeah.
We're gonna have blocked this one, so we're gonna take 3 or 4, and then again we're gonna loop our moment. No, actually, didn't end up proccing it. So
Yeah, true. Choosing not to do it on this one. Interesting play.
that
Maybe that's the
surprises
only
me a
attack
little.
he had left. Maybe he wants to save it. Feels like that this one's gonna go with the momentum, you know, so that he'll have 2 the next turn.
Sure, if you can guarantee lethal, then why not?
Yeah. All Might still has 16, so you know,
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, I respect this. That's fine. Might as well utilize the momentum later. Specialist of sound. Will
all right, we got the suspense. Ooh, probably not what I want to see, especially when you're down to 6 total health. So I have to play another one down.
yeah, you
And yeah,
I mean, you're swapping one foundation that has a skill for one that doesn't, right? So
yeah, that's a great point.
1, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We must be right near deadlock, if not at deadlock by now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
3 attacks in hand for All might just do it.
Yep.
With 2 passing the torches as well as All Might's own ability to draw more cards. Talking about at least 4 more cards draws potentially on the board right now. That's a good one to lead off with. That's one less block if your opponent chooses to block that, and you can make it or lethal, which your opponent will have to block it.
Gonna use the donkey. Commit something that. Yeah. Okay. I mean, we're kind of in a position where we're gonna not. You kind of do have to full block everything, because like six, I think, is like just
Yeah,
barely out of throw reach if he does draw into a reverse throw. So you kind of need to make sure you stay at that life total.
correct. Here we go. We're gonna dig. As All Might.
Lighting does everything, chat. Good lighting will do an incredible amount for your camera quality, everything. The better your lighting, the less your camera needs to work, the better it is for the internet connection. Um, the better you look with good lighting. So, I mean, in general, lighting does everything.
And
Okay.
especially a contrast when the lighting situation with cyclic here is a bit more darkness, cave era, dungeness, cave. So that's interesting. We were able to pick up our specialist of sound, and so if we can full block this, we discard a card. We will still have specialist of sound in hand, and we do have a full block,
Sure.
and we did release, so we got a little bit
And at
more,
least,
and a
and s-
specialist reveals
at
next
least
one.
with sound wave, if we need
Okay,
some extra gas, you could always, you will draw a card when blocking with it. So at least there's that. So if you need some
and you
extra
can,
gas,
yeah, yeah. Ooh,
another one.
another one. And we notice sound waves is not a low block either, and that's the only block in hand right now. So it looks like we're gonna pop release to make our check a little bit better.
Mm-hmm. And you kind of just have to, right? So we're gonna go, we're gonna check, we're gonna pass. You're gonna draw a card. Uh, you can draw it, my dude. Yeah, there you go.
Yep. And so we have another block in hand. We took three from that, so bringing us down to three total. Delver smash checks.
And yeah, that's just enough base damage to be able to get there.
There you go.
All right, so that's game two going to All Might. We're going to see a game three.
Yeah, it's been explosive here.
Yeah, a lot of hard pressing. I mean, on both ends, right? Jiro cracking back on game two with a build six. But All Might playing a little bit more slowly, holding a few more blocks, which kind of made it tougher for Jiro to be able to push the kind of strings that it wanted to, and then being in a much better position to be able to just kind of push its aggro, going into its lethal turn.
Yep. It seems like the story of this game is don't build six on your turn two.
And maybe not.
It's backfired on both of these both of these guys so far.
So no side here for either of them. So we're just gonna go with the ones that got us here.
I mean, Cyclic would have to do all that resleeving. It's a lot of work.
True.
So pretty aggressive matchup so far. Let's see if turn one still carries a day.
All right. Build 3. Build 4. Build 5. I mean, here you can build 6 if you want to, Jiro. I think you're pretty okay. Now we're just going to build 4. Pretty good spot, and then we'll pass it over.
It's the
Now let's
false
see.
confidence, you know, when you build six.
True. Well, let's see. Let's see how bold our All Might player is on this in this game 3.
Yep, been burned once. Let's see. Looking at his hands, probably not. Or maybe he's thinking, how can I make this extend my,
Maybe. All right, we're build 4.
or gets it, nice. And considering it,
We're in the tank.
he remembers game one and shows restraint. Wow.
Yeah, looks like we're just gonna pass that 4-on-4. Let's see how Jiro kicks off the first turn of aggression.
I mean, and he also has two manly passionate guys down there, so no need to
True.
overextend there. Keep those blocks, especially when your opponent leads pillar swing. You definitely want to block that one.
100%. Kind of double duty. By the end of this, he might actually end up getting to the 6.
Well, stun two, so he chooses to keep passing the torch as well as manly passion. So we'll only be able to build a one down if he chooses to block a foundation. Pillar swing is just a punishing attack. You know, stun two, 8 damage naturally gets added to the momentum even if you block.
Yeah, it's just really, really solid for everything that it does. It's effectively, because you have the stun too, it's effectively almost like a 5 speed on that sense. And then the fact that it just gets both the weapon and charge boost from Jiro makes it incredibly solid.
Correct. Becomes a 4 mid for 9 if you play on your first form. And as you said, the stun 2 is effectively another 2 speed. So catch.
Yeah. All
Here
right,
we
well,
go.
it's a
Another
block.
setup strike has been the blocker of choice, it seems.
It has been the premier block in the situation.
Comes in handy this time. It is a mid block. And I believe he needs to check a 6. He needs to tap 1 and choose a tap manly.
I guess you're saying that he's got no foundations to block with.
Potentially, yeah. Or he's valuing passing the torch more than he is manly passionate. Build one. And that's another great combo you can do with pillar swing where opponent completely blocks it. Well, I now have a momentum for specialized sound waves.
Yep.
Playing coy with us, not showing us what the discard pile has.
All right.
And into another specialized sound. That's another one.
Pretty good string.
Yep.
Even if you don't even run it, like do it this turn, if you can just kind of hold it into your hand for the following turn, it's still a really good setup. So
yeah, not bad to draw it. Although with your opponent tapped out like this, it might be time to just attack. Although you're not going to get the momentum effect, of course.
yeah, that's the thing, right? You probably want to utilize it for here. So here we're just going to take the 3, go down to 26, and then follow up with a 0 gravity lift. And then this is kind of where you can get cheeky. Where next turn, if you can kind of just get these 2 into momentum to coast there, which you probably will with lift, you're just in a really good position to string a lot of attacks, especially considering you have the other one in your hand. So, really good position here to. We'll see how much you'll have to defend, but aggressively should have our Jiro player here should have a great set of tools to be able to get there on their next turn. Yeah, so we're gonna fail this. We're gonna take a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna
it's a big attack.
go down to 18. No, we're actually just gonna use a specialist here. Okay.
Oh, when we
Which
draw into the another special.
must be good. Well, if you already set up before, you're definitely really well set up here.
This is all out aggression today. These two have come to play. And
Oh
there
my
you go.
god, wow. Okay, we're just gonna keep on doing it.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
and
another
then
special.
another specialist draw. Wow.
Demon King Shane raises his fists to the air. He
I'm a little bit surprised though. Because I feel like while yes, you can take this opportunity to be able to get those attacks in, you are kinda
well, Jiro
like
Jiro, lets you get so much value out of playing late attacks, and if your opponent is tapped
true.
out,
True, they scale. That's right.
yeah, it's just tempting.
Are we
Hey,
considering going for
he
it? Oh,
doesn't
okay.
kill, and he doesn't kill this turn. You're completely right. He doesn't have a lot of foundation for the rest of the game. It's going to be playing a little bit of catch up, although
Yeah, I guess the big thing here is just if he can draw into or more orange when he's gonna need it, I guess.
so that's an interesting play there from Sickly. He knew he wasn't going to pass the check on his last foundation, but he rather than keep the card in his hand to give All Might some more juice to go off of, decided to fail the check, get rid of a card in his hand, and keep what looks to be maybe 2 or 3 cards.
Mm-hmm.
And there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, that's tough. So
You don't need
checking the
audio.
three.
You do not need audio to understand what's going on. In
Yeah. Checking the setup strike on the reverse throw here. Half his foundations are now down. And this is just not the spot where you want to be.
Demon King Shane, and for a third match in a row, you know, when you have the fist on the face, you can only imagine it's it's sign of defeat.
All right, we're just gonna take it, which is fair. I mean,
Fall to
your
the
opponent
face.
can only push their aggro so much, right? So you might
Yeah,
as well just save your hand if you like it.
yeah. Demon King Shane is really not out of it. I mean, he is down to 5 health, which isn't the highest amount, but
It's not the end of the world either. I mean, he can build here. Um, like there are definitely openings for sure. Jiro utilized a lot of resources into that initial push, so there is very much a world where maybe there may not be much coming into the next turn. All right, so we will block this one. We're gonna take half, go
yes,
down
looks
to
like
18.
yeah, and we will try to survive. And again, the
Yeah, that's
double
tough.
hand or when you extend it like that,
So
it's a
how I mean, you might as well, right? You got that. Yeah, this is tough.
stay strong, Shane. You're still in this as long as
Just
your
you
opponent might
got
have drawn a string of foundations.
good. Very much could have. You got a lot of blocks.
You guys are manly passionate to continue if you do block, clear progressive, and there you go,
Yeah,
wall
see?
climb.
Yeah, Walkling. Oh, what?
Okay, we've got a wall cling into
Oh, I see.
for
Just
the
to buff up
wow.
this. Wow, I like this. This is just we're just gonna buff up our swing here. I like this. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and well, I think what it telegraphs to me is that we don't have a lot of attacks in our hand.
So we want to get full value out of them, yeah.
Exactly, and so as much as it's gonna hurt, you're gonna get stun
This
toed.
This
Or,
stun two is
oh,
gonna suck. Are we not
or
stunning
not.
two? Oh well.
Oh, and we get the
Well,
double drawing, and it's
yeah, yeah. I don't. Yeah, I mean, commit out.
he
Yeah.
taps out, and he takes. How much did he take there? It
Okay,
was
and
five.
then we're gonna go get that, and then we got another one, and this is for lethal, and I mean that's pretty much game. We're swinging for 5. You're at least gonna have one progressive difficulty on the block, so this is pretty much impossible. Yeah, we're just gonna do it, but no,
There you
that's
go.
game. So Jiro takes down the match 2-1 over All Might 3.
Congratulations to Cyclic, and great effort from Demic and Shane, bring it all the way to uh, game three, and had a string of unfortunate checks there at the end, but um, very interesting play to put that wall cling there in your card pool first, so that you got a little bit more value out of Jiro. That's
I
first
like
time I've
it.
seen.
It basically turns every single one of your attacks into lethal, even if they're half blocked. So like I really like that. It was a really good ad.
Yes.
Um, it was that's when you know like you know your deck and you utilize your lines to the best as possible for sure.
Yeah. Great play from both players today, and congratulations, Sick Lake, for going undefeated. And I'm excited to see more of these players. As they come up on stream, and we hope that they continue to do well, and even to the provisionals. Maybe Cyclic on his Giro gets to show us what's what, and some sick plays like that in in later rounds of the tournament there.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, just across the board, we've seen some exceptional play. And I think there's a big evolution that you can see from the community versus like what we saw for the first Wednesday weeklies. And that's really what like I'm really excited to see. Players have been getting better. They've been trying out new decks. They've been doing their thing. And now we're at a point now where they're really pushing to being, these high skill level games, which I really excited to see, especially as we're getting so close to our first provisional showdown. So I'm really hyped up now, especially considering, the phenomenal gameplay we've seen across the board between the comebacks and between the great pushes of aggression to see what, that skill set really evolve and bloom in the provisional showdowns in this, not this weekend, but the weekend afterwards.
Yeah, can't wait to see all of our great competitors show off their stuff. It's going to be, and it'll be a big tournament too. As we said at the top of the broadcast today, if you haven't signed up yet, there may be not not 100% guaranteed, but there may be some spots opening up over the coming days if you haven't signed up yet. But it's looking like we're going to hit a 256 person tournament. That's a big number.
Yeah, it's huge. That's awesome. I mean, I know a lot of the UVS player base were telling me that old UVS Nats were 120 ballpark player base. So the fact that our first provisional showdowns is pushing the 200 and over the 200 number is absolutely massive. So I'm super excited to see how everything's going to turn out.
Yeah, it'll finally either silence the critics that have been talking a lot about Kirishima, and the strength of his package there, and or they might be proven right. It'll be kind of the area where everybody brings their best stuff, and going to be super exciting to see. I'm excited to see if we get some spiciness out of certain decks and certain techs that we haven't maybe even seen or expected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. So jumping on to the community calendar really quickly, guys. Of course, that's our wrap up for the Wednesday weekly. However, there's still a bunch of ways for you to participate with the My Hero Academia CCG throughout the week. If you guys want to pick up, you guys want to level up before the provisional showdowns, definitely jump onto the Learning with Tony tomorrow. If you guys want to test out some decks, test out some stuff, there's the throwdowns. Of course, you want to get some webcam practice Friday, Sunday. Get in there, get those webcam reps in. And then finally on Saturday, if you guys want to go ahead and support charity as well as push Tam's Iron Man challenge and watch him play with every single deck, you guys definitely need to go check that out on Saturday. We'll also be pushing it on our socials so you guys know exactly where to go. But with that said, that's it for our Wednesday weekly. We'll go ahead and raid unfun stuff. Why not? Let's go ahead and support one of our other content creators. He's still playing it out, so let's give him that little old support. But before we jump off, it's not often that we have one of the grand poobahs of the company out here. So, Luhan, is there anything you'd like to tell the community before we sign off for today?
Well, guys, it's been a pleasure casting with you, George slash Aspira, and it's really great to see the community bring itself together on these events, and really glad to see all this content that people are creating, and really all the excitement that we've seen. Obviously, we're working really hard here at Jasco to bring you guys as much content, as much events, and we're really we're just excited about the support that we've seen, and it's been a crazy growth trajectory for us on this side. And hey, if we can cap out a 256-person event and sell it out, who knows how big this community can grow? So that's all gets me super excited.
Yeah, 100%. Super on the same point. So with that said, guys, we're gonna go ahead and raid unfun stuff. So give him a huge My Hero welcome. Let him know where you guys came from, and of course, thank you again for jumping into the Wednesday Weekly. If you guys want to participate in these, again, go into the other ones at the end of the week, or we always have our signups open every single week for you guys to participate. With that said, thank you guys very much for stopping by, and we'll catch you guys next week.